Hi, Chris Cantelmo here with another Daily Vibration, and I want to talk about Burning Man. Okay, I read about Burning Man in Playboy magazine back in the, I want to say late 80s maybe. And Burning Man wasn't, it was just this thing no one had ever heard about except for like the 5,000 or 6,000 people who were now attending it. And so I read about this Burning Man. I'm like, okay, that sounds like my thing. I got to go. So I convinced my ex-wife Dana, and we had two kids, two little babies at the time, Connor and Harrison, that we had to go to Burning Man. So we packed up our camper and we went. It happens on Labor Day weekend up in the Black Rock Desert. It's about 75 miles or so northeast of Reno, Nevada. So we packed up our camper and drove up there. Left late on a Friday night, I think, before Labor Day. Might have been Thursday night. And I drove through the night. And once we hit about halfway up, we took 395 up past Mammoth, and man, it started pouring rain, and it rained for hours, really heavy rain. And at one point, I had to pull over, and we spent the night up in the desert, about 30 miles north of Reno. And it was raining so hard, I thought, okay, there's no way that the festival is going to be able to go on because it must be flooded out. And we almost turned around and drove all the way back without even going. And we also felt like, Burning Man, we didn't know what to expect, and we were kind of square people, and we had kids, and we thought, maybe it's not right for us. It seems like a lot of just artists are out there. What if we go out there and we're not artists the same way, and we'll feel like outsiders or whatever? But we said, fuck it, we're all the way up here. Let's just drive up and see if it's going on. And by late morning, the sun had come out. It was a beautiful day. And we drove out and got out to what's called the Playa. Or even before the Playa, pulling into, I want to say it was a Gerlach, little towns out there. We saw lots of people, and we're like, oh shit, okay, the thing is, these people are not deterred by the weather, obviously. And people got, buying supplies and ice and everything. And we drove out into the desert, into the dry lake bed where the Playa is. And oh my God. Okay, Burning Man is the greatest single event on Earth, as far as I can tell. So you get a gazillion, I don't know, there's like 80,000 people to go now. Then it might have been like 20,000, I think it was 18,000 or 19,000. You get all these like-minded people out in the desert, like-minded in the sense that they are open-minded. They're not the same type of people. There's every walk of life. That's the incredible thing about Burning Man. Every form of human existence is represented there, and proud. And people just were so nice to each other and caring, and everybody took care of each other. And the weather would vacillate between being extremely hot and extremely cold and windy. And we walked out into the Playa, and there were these exhibits of art that were just staggering. Like if these things were in a museum enclosed in a temperature controlled setting, you would think, wow, this is an amazing piece of art. This art was out in the desert, like under these extreme conditions of hot and cold, and the fact that like these people had come and put this art up, conceived of the art, and then engineered how to get the art out into this place and have it stand up to the elements and people touching it and all. It's just incredible, just absolutely staggering. And then at the end of Burning Man, they burn it all down. Like all the stuff that's made of wood gets burned. It got torched. Back then, pretty much everything got torched by the end of the festival. It was just such a celebration of life and death and the circle of life, and just really amazing. And we went for many years in a row, and we took our kids every year until they reached, just before puberty, where they started to like, my boys were starting to check out the tits because there were a lot of nudity there. So they were starting to stare at naked women too much. So we couldn't take them for a few years. But I went, I don't know, 15 times or a dozen times or something to Burning Man. It was fantastic. You should go to Burning Man, Labor Day weekend. Love you all. Chris Cantelmo here. Bye-bye.